Hey everybody, it's me again, week 32. We've made it to 32 weeks finally. I've been on bed rest for 6 weeks now and it's draining. But we're very lucky to have made it this far along. Big shout out to Dana. I know that, she had her baby and he's in the NICU and she's doing everything she can, being a great mommy, and good luck to baby Momo and her, and I know everything is going to be great with them. Now, as far as like questions and things like that, I've been getting a lot of them about my first pregnancy. I started to feel kind of crampy pains at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was unlike any other pain I'd ever felt. And I've had piercings, tattoos, cramps. I mean, it was like I said, unlike any other pain I'd ever felt. And I called my doctor, and my doctor said not to worry about it. It was probably just Braxton Hicks contractions. And I couldn't really sleep. And so at 6 o'clock in the morning, I called my mom because she was visiting family in New Hampshire while I was down in Tennessee with my husband. And, I was talking to her, and she said, "Are there contractions?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've never had a baby before." And so by that point they were getting stronger, and my husband was like, "We're going to the emergency room. That's that. Either they tell us something's wrong or we're okay and we don't have to worry about anything." So we get to the emergency room, and by the time we had driven to the emergency room, it was like a half an hour drive. The pain had gotten worse, and I was like rocking back and forth. That's the only thing that made me feel better. And so they went in, I went into the, back of the emergency room, and as the doctor was checking me, he said my mucus plug had become dislodged. And from reading all the pregnancy books, I knew that meant that labor was starting. So I cried like a baby. And then we got to the hospital. I was 19 weeks and 4 days. They wheeled us back into the women's ward of the hospital. And, I was put on the IV and all that good stuff. They were monitoring my contractions, and a doctor came in and basically said that the baby had no chance for survival at this point, and I could either go home and wait it out, or he could give me Pitocin to speed it up. And I was like, I don't want to have to, I know it sounds selfish, but I didn't want to have to sit there for the next week or two knowing that my baby wasn't going to survive anyway. You know what I mean? So I chose the Pitocin. He put a double dose inside of my JJ, so to speak. And I was in labor technically from 3 o'clock in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, the same day. I gave birth at 4:37 to Heath. Now, mind you, when I had already gotten to the hospital, I was 3 or 4 centimeters dilated. I'm not sure which one already. And he said that could have, progressed with painless contractions that I couldn't tell, or it could have just happened all at once with the contractions that I had been feeling from 3 o'clock in the morning on. And he didn't really give us an idea what was going on, the doctor. He was not a very good doctor at all. Horrible doctor. And then, at 4:37, my son was born. He was born 9 pounds, 7 ounces, and 9 3/4 inches long, which the doctor said was really big for 19 weeks. I don't know. In my baby books it says it's normal, but I don't know. And he was born alive. The doctor had said that he was going to be born deceased, but he was definitely alive. He came out and kicked me in the JJ, and I said, "He's alive and I want to hold him now." And my husband was there, my sister was there, and my niece was there, and one of my, excuse me, I have hiccups and heartburn at the same time. One of my best friends was in the room too, and we all got the chance to hold him. He lasted for like 5 or 6 minutes, which the doctor said that was very rare. Normally babies with no lung development only last like 45 seconds to a minute, tops. But he lasted for 5 or 6 minutes, so we were very blessed and lucky to have gotten to spend that much time with him. And then now with this pregnancy, I pretty much knew from the beginning that I was pregnant. I don't know, it was just like this weird feeling I had in my gut. And I took pregnancy test after pregnancy test after pregnancy test, and they all came out negative. And then on January 17th, at like 8:30 at night, I said to my mom, I'm going to the Dollar Tree and I'm getting a pregnancy test because I know I'm pregnant. And so I went to the Dollar Tree, and sure enough, it came out positive. So, and then we went for my first ultrasound like a week and a half later, and I was 6 weeks pregnant like a week and a half later. So I'd literally been pregnant for like a month when we had first found out. I had my Cerclage placed at 14 weeks. They wanted to do it for me at 13 weeks, but my insurance, we were having this technical difficulty with them. So we got the insurance straightened out, and then I had it, when I was 14 weeks. I also have, a vlog up here about that. And then after that, it was really smooth sailing until I was 26 weeks. And then they, did the vaginal ultrasound and found out that I was shortening in my cervical length. It was 1.5, when at my 20-week ultrasound, it was a steady 3. But we've been 1.5 for the last 6 weeks. They told us we just had to make it to 32 weeks. They want us to go past it, but the main goal was to make it to 32 weeks, which we are today. So exciting. And yeah, I mean, things went really smoothly so far. Haven't really had any complications except for my UTI. I got that I think I was like 28 weeks. I had this weird feeling of pain, like physically in my vagina. And we went to the emergency room because I was started to cramp, and I was like, what's going on? And we got there, and they were like, you have a bladder infection. And I was like, I have a UTI. Great. We were so excited that it was just a bladder infection, that I was not going into labor. It was very, very, very nice. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. Oh, baby belly. Hold on. That's the belly. All big and round and stuff. Trying to stand up on my tiptoes that way you can see it better. That's the belly. Okay. No more tiptoes for me. Alright. So, back to normal. I guess that's it. So if anybody else has any questions, holler at me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye, guys.